Would everyone please join me in giving a warm welcome to Her Excellency, Madam President Tsai Ing-wen.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, I'd like to thank AmCham for hosting this fine event. I understand it's a full house, and it's much more crowded than I thought. And this is a testament to the AmCham's enduring leadership in Taiwan. I'm pleased that my good friend, AIT Director Kim Moya, is here today as well. And with me today, we have Secretary General of our NSC, Joseph Wu, and quite a number of our ministers. Initially, I want to name them one by one, but since there are so many here, why don't you just stand up and say hello to the people here? I understand that we have also a lot of government officials here from the Taiwan government. I don't know how many of you, but please also stand up. Sit down, please. I don't know whether you have paid for your meal. But certainly, we don't have a budgetary concern there. I have noticed that our labor minister is not here with us tonight. And I understand one of ARBA's concern and AmCham's concern is our labor law. Unfortunately, we don't have our labor minister here with us tonight. Is it because she didn't have that invitation from you? Anyway, another concern of yours is transparency and regulatory transparency. I can assure you that you have a law professor here to take care of your concern in that regard. And before I came, I actually read your report, and you did sort of thank the Prime Minister Lin Chen for improving transparency in our regulatory practices, especially leaving more time for public comment. So I take that as an improvement. So since this is the first time I joined this event as president, I would formally like to begin with a few words of appreciation for AmCham Taipei. For 66 years, this chamber has served as a vital bridge between Taiwan, the United States, and the business communities of our two countries. Your work has been instrumental in bringing us closer together. For example, every year AmCham leads a door-knock delegation to Washington, D.C. to meet with U.S. officials, members of Congress, and the business community. It's a great opportunity to share Taiwan's success stories with the U.S. and to discuss future cooperation in trade and investment. Without these efforts, the Taiwan-US partnership would not be in the robust health it is today. Taiwan and the US enjoy a deep friendship that has stood the test of time. This is not only because we share many of the same values, but we have also forged, through decades of cooperation, a high level of mutual trust as partners. From the US military defending Taiwan in the 1950s to the passage of the Taiwan Relations Act in the 70s, the US has always been the primary force supporting Taiwan and stability in the Taiwan Strait. America's security commitment and arms sales to Taiwan are a key factor in maintaining the cross-strait status quo. On Taiwan's part, since we embraced freedom and democracy and became economically prosperous, Taiwan has actively taken our responsibilities and played a constructive role in the region. When it comes to security and development in the Asia-Pacific, there's no doubt that Taiwan and the US share joint responsibilities and common interests. The US has also been Taiwan's most important economic partner. It was Taiwan's largest trading partner and export market in the 80s, last century, accounting for nearly half of our exports. Today, the US is still Taiwan's second largest trading partner, with bilateral trade in goods and services reaching $85 billion. If we include indirect trade through third parties, the US is still the most important export market for Taiwan. Taiwan's economy has long been benefiting from exports to the US. But to be clear, our bilateral trade is mutually beneficial. Through bilateral trade investment, Taiwan has created more than 350,000 job opportunities in the US. We are the 15th largest external job creator for the US and the 6th largest in Asia. But even more importantly, within the global supply chain and especially the ICT sector, an irreplaceable strategic industrial alliance has emerged between American and Taiwanese firms and their subsidiaries in third countries. This alliance has brought an array of American brands and products to people all over the world, and tremendous profits to the US as well. It's no exaggeration to say that such cooperation is a powerful force behind, quote unquote, Buy America. Looking back on our decades-long friendship and partnership, I am confident to say that Taiwan is a crucial and irreplaceable security and economic partners for the US. A little more than 2 months ago, a new American administration took office. With this, we have entered a new stage of Taiwan US relations. We hope to build an upgraded strategic relationship between our two countries. This includes a more strategic partnership in regional security, more comprehensive cooperation, and greater mutual trust. I am confident that we can achieve these objectives. My confidence is based on the following. First, Taiwan is ready and prepared to play a more proactive role in ensuring regional peace and collective security. In a few hours' time, our representative to the US will participate in a ministerial meeting of the global coalition working to support efforts in Iraq and Syria. There, he will announce a new commitment of resources to support international mine removal efforts. This follows Taiwan's donation of a mobile hospital this January to build on the stabilization work already taking place in Iraq. We also want to ensure that Taiwan makes greater investment into our own defense, and that benefits peace and stability in the region as well. We will seek greater cooperation with American defense firms as we build up our indigenous industry, in addition to the continuing purchase of arms necessary for Taiwan's defense. Yesterday morning, I unveiled our indigenous defense submarine program in Kaohsiung. It's a large and ambitious undertaking, but one that shows our determination in moving ahead on this agenda. Two of the other areas are aerospace and cybersecurity. Not only will all of this create further investment opportunities, It will also potentially lead to thousands of new jobs here in Taiwan and in the US as well. Second, faced with the new US administration's American First policy, Taiwan is prepared to make adjustments. While we believe in free trade, we also support the idea of fair trade. As many of you know, I was a trade negotiator for a long time. I firmly believe that through communication and negotiation, trade conflicts and other differences can always be resolved. With this in mind, Taiwan and the US should engage in bilateral discussions and trade negotiations as a matter of priority. Both sides should have frank and substantive discussions and work together towards a new bilateral trade agreement, preferably, of course, FTA type. In addition, we plan to send the largest ever delegation to attend the Select USA Investment Summit this June. Members of this delegation include some of Taiwan's largest companies. They will actively seek out investment opportunities, particularly in manufacturing and other job-creating industries. In December, we will also organize an agricultural procurement delegation, cementing our status as one of the largest importers of US agricultural products here. Third, the economic reforms that we are undertaking also create greater space for strategic economic cooperation between Taiwan and the US. To reduce our export dependence and also to accelerate industrial transformation, my administration has been promoting a 5+2 innovation program. Later this week, the Executive Yuan will also announce a forward-looking infrastructure program, which includes government funding as well as large-scale investment by public and private enterprises. We are confident that this program will expand both domestic demand and Taiwan's future competitiveness. This program offers great opportunities for Taiwanese and American firms to cooperate, and also offers immense potential for the purchase of American goods. In addition to this, our Ministry of Economic Affairs has identified 6 sectors as the basis for further Taiwan-US cooperation. They are steel, semiconductors, petrochemicals, textiles, and automobile components, and smart machinery. But our Asian Silicon Valley program, in particular, is directed at Silicon Valley and other innovation centers in the US for further cooperation. We are also actively promoting the new southbound policy to strengthen our linkages with Southeast and South Asian countries and Australia and New Zealand in the areas of economics and trade, as well as science, technology, and culture. The focus is on sharing resources, talents, and markets in order to create greater prosperity for all. Taiwan and the US enjoys a high degree of complementarity when it comes to exploring emerging markets, and especially markets in the Asia-Pacific region. If we could deepen our strategic alliance in this area, I believe this will boost American exports as well as growth in both of our economies. Ladies and gentlemen, in a year where both Taiwan and the US are focusing on the economy, I hope that our concerted efforts will give rise to stronger and more sustained economic growth. As key players in the Taiwan-US relationship, my administration looks forward to working with both AmCham and its members in a variety of policy areas to multiply both opportunities and benefits. Finally, I wish to thank you again for your invitation. I also want to wish AmCham another successful year. Whatever you are doing, don't stop. And to AmCham members, if you want to invest more in Taiwan, now is the right time. My administration is more than ready and willing to work with you. Thank you, and have a great evening.
Thank you, President Tsai.